All right. Welcome to the first episode of this show. It's the pilot episode, so we haven't got a name yet.
Yeah, this as of yet unnamed show.
Yeah. But basically, we're just going to drink coffee and talk about video games.
Which is two things that we both like and do too much of.
Yep. So what is this coffee that we're drinking?
This one is Ethiopian. Ethiopia is interesting because a lot of, I don't know all of the facts and stuff.
Yeah.
90% of the world's coffee comes from Ethiopia.
Holy shit.
Like a lot of it.
Yeah.
Does, yeah. This is specifically from Kocheri, which is like a district. I looked it up on Wikipedia and it described it as a word that I couldn't pronounce, so I'm not even going to try. It's a district. So like a lot of the time when you have singles, which is just a coffee that comes from one specific farm or something like that, it'll get described by either what region in a country or what farm specifically it's from. Like that'll be the name of it. So this is Kocheri. It's just from that part of Ethiopia.
Dang.
Because like you can get real specific with the soil and the altitude and all of the stuff
That's
goes
full-blown nerd. That's like full-blown coffee nerd.
Drinking coffee's great. It also makes for really good dead air.
Yeah.
when we both do it at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's alright. It's a pilot episode.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
Do we need to do any sort of introduction about ourselves, or
That's probably a good idea actually.
People probably know who you are.
Probably not. So if you don't know,
You're the famous friend.
if you don't know, I am Mitch Kramer. I run the channel Heavy Eyed, where I do game design analysis and indie game reviews.
Check it out.
And this is
Sam. Do I disclose my full name?
You have to if you don't want to.
I'm Sam Manel. That's fine. You can pronounce it Manel or Manel.
I always went with Manel, so
Manel is the way that it is supposed to be. I just try to avoid people calling me like things that rhyme with Manel. In school, I got called flannel a lot, but like you're wearing flannel.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, shit.
That's like such a shitty fucking.
Yeah, like try harder.
So, yeah. I also got called Jesus because I had long hair.
Yeah, I've seen the photo. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah. I don't do much currently. I'm working on releasing stuff along with you on a show called Sleep Talk, where I'll do video game stuff as well. But yeah, I write, and when that goes somewhere, you'll hear about it. But as of right now, I'm just a coffee drinker and
a coffee connoisseur
and a words talker.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start this off with so we're going to talk about games and basically what we did over the past week or whatever the time lag between each episode is.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk about this indie game I bought yesterday, which I've forgotten the name of, but I'll put it on screen.
I haven't heard about this. What game is this?
It was like a point and click adventure. It's got like this really cool art style, but I downloaded it, I bought it, and then I got stuck into playing WoW.
I might have heard of this actually. What did you say it was like Pixel?
Yeah.
Is it Lion Story?
No.
Okay. That is also a point and click adventure that I just bought.
Oh shit.
But I haven't played any of it, so
we're both in the same boat.
Okay.
But basically, I was like, yeah, this would be a good point of talking for this. But then I started playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
But
because Legion came out.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. That would be a good talking point as well.
Yeah. So I have been playing WoW for a long time. Not as long as a lot of people, but longer than some.
Did you play Vanilla WoW?
No. I played a trial in Vanilla.
Right.
And that's about as far as I got. But
my friend in high school had a big brother who just kept playing the trial over and over again because he didn't want to pay money for it.
Something I would have done if I was savvy enough.
Yeah.
So if for some reason you've seen my video about World of Warcraft, I love the social side of it. Yeah. And I got into a new guild.
For Legion?
Yeah.
Okay.
New guild, new people. And they're going to bring me onto their raid team. And I was like, oh man, it's such a high pressure situation to perform well.
Yeah.
And last night I was playing and I was like, man, this is why I love this game. I got on a Discord call with these guys and we were just shooting the shit while running like what's called Mythic Dungeons, which is like the hardest version of dungeons in the game.
Right.
And I was like, man, they're like, this is your trial. Like, you have to succeed. And I was like, oh no.
Got hazed by your raid.
Yeah.
Man, that I do like. I can empathize with that because like when I was really big into Destiny, I got in a couple of raid teams on Destiny, and that was like bordering on this sort of pressure situations playing Overwatch, which I've described to you as being like, this isn't what I'm playing the game for. Like, this is just people getting angry at me.
Yeah.
But then with Overwatch, if you're playing with cool people, then like it doesn't. Yeah. And so with Destiny, I found some cool people to play with as well. And I remember raids being just like, very stressful situations. And like I continually let the raid team down until they found like the perfect thing for me to do. It was like, how about we get you to do the bit where you don't have to shoot anything, you just run and jump on platforms. And I was like, I can do that.
So is that like other mechanics that are integral to like boss fights?
Yeah, so like a lot of the stuff in Destiny's raids is like, I don't know, from my experience now, I've fallen off it pretty hard. But like when I was playing the raid that I'm referring to is the Arcs fight, which is like they try to make it kind of into a puzzle, I guess is the best way to describe it. I've heard people say combat puzzles before. I don't think that that's what that is though. I'm not sure, but they have stuff where like you have to figure out how to damage like a boss or something, and so like you figure out that you can do something, shoot something to get platforms to appear, and then you figure out, okay, well what the fuck do we do with these platforms? And you're like, in the last boss of the Arcs raid, you get if you get them all to appear and you get someone to run and jump on all of them as they're appearing and disappearing, you can get up to the top and then I think hit them in the head or some shit. It's been a while since I played that raid, but like they got me to do like fire support for ages, and they were like, what if we make you do the most important thing but secretly the easiest thing? And I was like, I can do that.
I like that. That's what I like about raiding in WoW, because when you do dungeons, it's just there's no mechanics really. There are, but they're not interesting. Raid mechanics are like crazy.
Yeah, because I've played MMOs before, and I've played raids in MMOs before as well, but they weren't WoW raids, and they weren't the first raids that I played that had like hype were Destiny ones, where it's like, oh, there's a new raid coming out, there's gonna be like shit to figure out and stuff like that. And like from what you've described of WoW to me, there is stuff like that in that game where it's like I think there's a real short clip in your WoW video of like two bosses fighting each other or something, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? So that looks interesting.
So that being in that Discord call and like complete strangers. I had talked to them in the guild chat earlier that day.
Oh man, I don't know if I could do that.
They're like, it's your time, like, are you free to do some mythic runs? And I was just like, no, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I want to be raiding. So I need to like prepare myself, I guess, get into this call and just instantly like best friends. Just like chatting, shooting shit. And they're like, because my class Shadow Priest is like pretty middle of the road in terms of damage output. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. And they're like, we know you're a Shadow Priest, so we're not expecting you to do crazy damage. But you seem cool, so we're gonna put in a good word with the guild leader with you.
Oh wow.
So it was pretty tight. And it's really funny because they're like, oh yeah, I just got back from the gym, now I'm gonna play some WoW. I did not expect that.
Wait, you or them?
They were just like,
You didn't go to the Strong Factory?
Nah.
Okay.
I had fuck the gym.
Yeah, man, I had a gym membership that just expired, and like, what a waste of fucking money.
Did you ever go?
I went a couple of times, but I paid for a year in advance because I was like, I want to get tattoos, but I want to be ripped before I get tattoos. Like, what the I don't know. That's like a hilarious series of thoughts for me to have. I should have just got tattoos.
Yeah.
Whatever. That'll happen at some point, maybe. I get my fiscal situation sorted out.
Yeah, tattoos are expensive.
I was going to ask you something about WoW. I can't remember. Fuck. What about were you just going to talk about WoW? Or were you actually going to talk about that point and click game?
No, I wasn't. That was like
that was
my
just a
lead into WoW.
Okay.
Because I was like, I was supposed to play this for this, but I didn't.
So explain if you're talking about WoW, then explain Legion to me, because like the only expansion for WoW that I ever not followed, but like heard about via osmosis because it was a big deal was the Cataclysm.
Oh yeah, that was a big deal. So, are you familiar with the Warcraft universe at all?
I'm familiar with, I think the thing that is pertinent to Legion is the like Alliance and the Horde, right?
Yeah, I mean that's like every, I don't know, I guess I shouldn't say every expansion revolves around their battle because it changes.
Right.
But, so, the WoW lore is like my favorite thing ever. It's so deep.
Yeah.
It's so complex.
Deepest lore.
Yeah.
You were saying the other day that WoW has like
It's my favorite.
a very like convoluted
Yeah.
fiction to it that like you wouldn't necessarily I mean like I've definitely played Warcraft games and like I know that there's story and I've played StarCraft too, and I remember being real into
The
the
StarCraft
narrative
story is great.
in StarCraft. I played I don't think I played StarCraft 2 actually, but I played StarCraft 1. I
I
fucking
played StarCraft 2.
love the... Oh, really?
I tried to and didn't get very far.
I remember the first... This is a good story, actually. I remember being a fucking... So I had StarCraft 1 shareware on our first computer that we bought. I had a demo of StarCraft, and I played it over and over again. It was just like 2 missions or something. And then I remember being like... getting a job and being like, I can just go and buy StarCraft. And I went and bought it and I just played the shit out of StarCraft. And I was like, man, this game is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at this game. And I went and played one online match and I had like the only online StarCraft experience I've ever had is being Zergrushed. Like,
Oh my God.
It's just instantly like, I don't know how old I was, but I must have been pretty young because I was just like, minding my own business, and then I just got annihilated by Zerg. I was like, what the fuck? And then, like, only after that did I find out that that was like a thing.
Yeah, like a little cheese strategy.
Yeah.
Not something that people always do.
Yeah, I was like, wow, what? I remember it just like crushing me at the time, and I was like, oh, I guess I can't play this game online.
I guess I'm real shit. Yeah. So skipping back, I guess, to what Legion is. Man, the story, it's hard to explain without context, I guess.
Yeah.
But this is so there's Vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, and now Legion. So this is seventh expansion.
I've seen Pandaria and I've seen Lich King.
Okay.
As well.
So Lich King is interesting because that is the sequel to Warcraft 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
it is,
it's
isn't
Arthas,
it? Yeah.
who is the good guy turned bad guy of Warcraft 3.
Which is the conversation that we had earlier about Warcraft 3 having a crazy story.
Yeah. So you finally get to take out the boss.
Man, that's real cool that they would start a sequel as an expansion to WoW. That's really cool. I didn't know that there was continuity between the strategy games.
Yeah.
And the MMO. That's really crazy.
Like Arthas, the Lich King, went into slumber and then he wakes up then like starts fucking shit up, and that's when you have to go kill him.
Yeah, I remember one of my friend's dads telling us about how he like stayed up all night to beat that expansion when it came out.
Oh my god. So Legion is interesting because it is like Warlords of Draenor is absolute garbage story wise. Like they introduced time travel and it's just a whole mess of stupid shit. So they're like scrambling to pick up those pieces.
Right.
And they did a lot of interesting changes. They killed off both faction leaders, the Horde leader and the Alliance leader.
In Warlords of Draenor. Yeah,
the end of Warlords of Draenor, like they have pre-patches, so like the Legion pre-patch came out before Legion did.
Right.
And in that, they killed off both faction leaders.
Wow.
Yeah. And like my favorite character, Sylvanas Windrunner, who's like the undead leader, became the new Horde leader.
Okay.
And when I saw that, I like fucking screamed at my computer. I was so excited. So yeah, they're like scrambling, I guess, to pick up the pieces. But Chris Metzen, who writes all the Warcraft stories, just resigned.
I saw that, and I didn't know
that's a big fucking deal.
I didn't know that he was the guy who wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like the story lead, like the overseer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I definitely did see. I read someone tweeted his like goodbye post.
Yeah.
And I read that, and I was like,
super sad.
I was like, wow, this is like touching, and I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Or play WoW. Like.
Yeah. I mean, that's just
goodbye.
a good storyteller, I guess.
Yeah.
You can say a good goodbye.
Yeah, I guess so. So with Legion, the thing that I've seen come up about it is that are the Horde and the Alliance like forced together on the same side in it.
In a way, yeah. So like, that's what the pre-patch kind of was about. Because in the trailer, you see Sylvanas Windrunner and oh my god, I can't remember the Alliance leader's name.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever his old mate is.
Bad, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
They're like on that airship and they like nod at each other.
Okay.
And it's like a sign of their camaraderie. But when that fight after the trailer happens,
Yeah.
Vol'jin, who was the leader of the Horde, so like they're fighting the Legion back,
Yeah.
and then he gets stabbed, and they're like, "Fuck, we got to get out of here." So they bail midway through this fight, and the Alliance just think they're ditching them.
Oh, okay.
They don't give any word to like why they're leaving.
Yeah.
So now there's this like weird tension. The Alliance is like the Horde aren't trustworthy, so it's got this like political climate.
Who is the Legion?
So Burning Crusade was about the Legion as well.
Oh, okay.
And like,
are they like a third party?
kind of, they're like from another planet and they just go around destroying shit.
That's kind
Like
of cool.
that's the very condensed version of it.
Like I get why that would be a cool hook for a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's I guess the recurring main bad villains of the Warcraft universe.
Right.
Because Orcs vs Humans is obviously just Orcs vs Humans, but by the time we got to Warcraft 3, there was like Kil'jaeden and Mal'Ganis, I think his name is, and they've both been bosses. So from Warcraft 3, they made them bosses in WoW.
That's cool.
And now, because Warlords of Draenor was a time travel thing, and they went back and activated all this Legion shit.
Oh, okay.
So they're like scrambling to pick up those pieces.
Yeah.
And like it's what turned, so there's two kinds of orcs, or like two main kinds of orcs, I should say.
Yeah.
And there's the corrupted ones who are part of the Legion and like got corrupted by the Legion and shit. And then there's the other orcs who are the Horde orcs.
Yeah.
And they're like constantly in battle and shit.
That is that is really interesting. It definitely makes me kind of want to check out, like go on a Wikipedia binge of stuff. Is it?
I'm just gonna have a
Are we good? Yeah, let's check it out. Cool. We're out of coffee, that's okay. I have a sponsored replacement drink. Thank you, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper asked me to read a thing, but it was real long, so I'm sure they won't mind if I just say whatever I want. If you're not Dr. Pepper, fuck you.
You ain't shit. Yeah, so I underestimated how small my SD card was, so let's just ignore that. And
yeah,
I think we're done with the WoW talk.
It's a pilot episode. There's technical difficulties. It's endearing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna choose to. Sorry, I probably shouldn't do that, should I? I was about to like pop my back.
I love that shit.
Some people don't like that.
Yeah, maybe best.
Like I do that in public a lot too. Like when I'm at work, I'm like, I'll just like pop my back. Sometimes people get grossed out by it.
I would just be walking down the street and I just crack my neck, and people are just like, "Oh."
I'm not allowed to. I mean, I am allowed to. I can do whatever I want, but
You're goddamn adult.
Jules doesn't like it when I crack my neck because apparently it's linked to having strokes. I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know anything about that. It's like good for you otherwise though.
Yeah.
Because it's like
You're getting rid of all the little air bubbles between your joints.
yeah, it lubricates them too.
I didn't know that.
Apparently the gas coming out. I mean, that maybe is an urban myth as well. Yeah. Everything about the human body is an urban myth.
Yeah, nothing is real. Okay, so since we're done with the WoW talk, do you have anything you wanna?
Yeah. So we were gonna. Oh man, I'm gonna have to stop doing that because otherwise I'm gonna
Get gassy.
I'm gonna burp. Yeah, I have like nothing but coffee in there. It's just gonna like mix with it. Yeah. So we're doing like sort of one idea or talking point each, more or less. And so the thing that I was gonna bring up with you was Dark Souls, because that's
something we always just seem to talk about anyway.
The Dark Souls of conversation. Sorry. I mean, it's the thing that we also like met over as well, because you were at that party and I was like, I'm gonna talk to this guy about Dark Souls.
I think that is a good law on how we met. I think you were talking to our mutual friend Andrew, and I was really drunk at this party, and I think Andrew was playing Dark Souls at the time, and you guys started talking about it, and me being drunk, I was just like, Dark Souls.
I think I feel like I was pretty drunk as well, because like I was there to like meet people, make friends and stuff, which worked out great. But I remember talking to you about something else, and then bringing up you were like, what sort of video games do you like? And I was like, Dark Souls is the greatest video game of all time. Or something like that.
And that was just like
kind of facetious, but like also it is. So Yeah, the most recent thing I think in the world of Dark Souls is the trailer for
Yes.
the new DLC for Dark Souls 3, which I'm real keen for. I had a weird roller coaster experience with that trailer coming out because I was like, I've been following a lot of you. Somewhat, I don't know if you follow Vardy.
No, I've just seen his videos, but I'm not like a follower.
I played Bloodborne before anything else, and then from there went back and played Dark Souls 1 offline on my 360 in like an endless void of a world where there was no...
Oh yeah, that'd be weird.
It was very strange. And then I played Dark Souls 2, and I still haven't beat it.
Yeah.
But through doing Dark Souls 1 and 2, I didn't get like involved in the community, but like I absorbed a lot of the content from the community because I find it a really fascinating community. And
Yeah.
I think that following a bunch of YouTubers and stuff who do Dark Souls stuff, so there's like Vardy and then all of the people that he sort of references and like Aegon and all of that shit. Because of all of that sort of stuff knocking around, I've been kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I've been really expecting, I was kind of thrown off guard when the people started talking about the trailer, because people talked about it before I had seen it, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Everyone was super sure that it was going to be Londor DLC.
Right.
Oh, well, I can't talk too much about it because you still haven't beaten Dark Souls 3.
No, I haven't.
But there's an NPC who's very early on in the game, I think, which you may or may not have come across.
Oh, was it? I don't mind.
The pilgrim that gives you the dark sigils.
I feel like I got the dark sigils, but I can't picture the NPC.
The NPC is like the hunched over dude with the turtle shell.
Yes. Yeah.
So those pilgrims are from a place called Londor, and it's like lore significant because it's a land of hollows.
Right.
And then eventually that NPC in Firelink gets replaced by another one called Uria, who's like interesting, and there's a big main quest with her and unlocking one of the more difficult like endings to get in the game. But that's all I'll say about it. So like people were really sure that they were going to expand on that area of the story, and instead this trailer came out for Ashes of Ariandel, I think is what it's called. And so I kind of instantly was like put out by that, like, and I don't think I should have been. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It was like, oh, this is not what I expected. But like they did a good job, like Vardy and other YouTubers and stuff did a good job of like sort of figuring out where the narrative might go. But like, of course they weren't going to be totally on top of...
Yeah, because you can't really predict
exactly
where a game company's going to take their game.
But it still looks really interesting because there's a shot in it which is almost one for one what the bridge leading up to the painted world looks like.
Oh, wow. Like once you go into that painting and then go across.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that area a lot.
It's all snowy and stuff, this area.
Interesting.
And I think a lot of other people who I really respect, like their opinions and stuff, I think I was kind of disappointed because they were disappointed too. They talked a little about, I follow Bonfireside Chat. I've talked to you about that a little bit before. And I think Gary from that show tweeted that he was like not keen on it because there's a wolf in the trailer that looks like Sif, and it's like, fuck off with Sif. Like, that story's kind of been, we don't need more Artorias.
Yeah.
But like, and I agree with that, but like I'm still kind of hyped for it because Ariamis is really cool. It looks like they're going to talk a little bit about that. It might be like another sort of painted world situation because there's some stuff in the trailer where I think there's a girl painting a picture and then there's an old man who like has a tatter of it and like offers it up to you. Maybe that's how you get into the DLC or something like that.
Interesting. Hopefully it's not as convoluted as the Artorias DLC.
Yeah.
Did you do the Artorias DLC? No. I couldn't remember if you had done it or not.
Because I played... When I went back to play Dark Souls 1, I didn't have the DLC or anything for it. I thought I did because I got a limited edition. I found it secondhand, and it didn't have it wasn't the prepare to die thing or whatever.
Right.
Which is the one with, I think, I'm not sure. But I did get it on Steam, and so I will play the Artorias of the Abyss at some point because people like...
Yeah.
What am I talking? I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't played it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ashes of Arianda looks really cool. There are a couple of things on it that I wanted to talk about. I think the main thing is just that, like, because it's sort of talking about painted world of Ariamis and that sort of stuff, there's a lot of strong, like, Valka ties to that. And Valka is really strongly linked, especially in Dark Souls 3, to Hollows and to Londor. So, like, maybe they are still trying to do a Londor sort of based thing and talk about hollowing and, like, humanity and the things that people in the community were predicting that they were going to do. I think that there's still a lot of, like, it makes total sense for them to be wanting to talk about Valka and that in the same breath.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe they won't, but, like, I'm down to, like, learn more about Valka stuff, because Valka's, like, a very cool part of those games.
I mean, it's weird because from what I've noticed, From Software have a tendency to only release one DLC per game. Is that right?
Dark Souls 2 had... did they all get packaged together? Because I have Scholar of the First Sin, so that just came with everything.
I thought that was one DLC
Were those
package.
Released separately? I assumed they were, but I could be wrong.
Scholar of the First Sin was released separately and more expensively.
Yeah, no, I mean, so Scholar has Crown of the Old Iron King, Crown of the Sunken King, and whatever the fucking Elysium Lois. I thought those were 3 DLCs that they put together in Scholar.
I mean, that just shows how different Dark Souls 2 is.
Yeah, that is true. Is Artorias the only DLC for Dark Souls 1? Because I thought that was the case.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain Artorias is the only DLC.
Yeah.
And Bloodborne only has the Old Hunters, right?
Yeah, but I thought that they might do more.
I don't know, with Dark Souls 3 being out, it feels like
They wouldn't.
they're just
Yeah.
hands off it now. And, like, they said they're done with the Souls series.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people were expecting them to do at least 2, because there are 2 big... Man, it's a good thing I stopped drinking. Excuse me. I think a lot of people were expecting them to do 2 because there was the one where they wanted them to talk about Hollows and Londor and stuff, and then there's, like, the other sort of opposing party, which is the Lothric family and that sort of stuff. And I think Vardy did a real interesting series of videos where he was talking about they kind of are set up in Dark Souls 3 as opposing factions that aren't super explicitly set up against each other. There's the Hollows of Londor and then these angel characters that are, like, alluded to but not, like, explicitly in the game or anything.
I think that's where a lot of the theories came from, right? It was for the DLC originally. It was, like, all the angel stuff.
It would, and so, like, I think a lot of people were saying it would make sense for them narratively to do one on the Hollows and then one on the angels, but, like, who knows? If this is the only one, like, it seems like maybe they could get a lot of mileage out of it narratively, and, like, there is some other interesting stuff. There was some stuff in the trailer as well that made me think that they were going to do stuff with poise, because you know all about that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
just confused as to, like, how they would...
I don't know, maybe they're just gonna, like, go ahead and fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't remember exactly what made me I think there's a real cool looking shot of a fight with a big tall dude. Classic Dark Souls enemy, big tall guy.
Yeah.
And there was, like, a sort of a staggering thing going on in there. I was like, oh, maybe that's a hint that they're, like...
Fixing some combat stuff?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't know why I'm not mad about that, but I'm not. Like, I totally understand why people would be, like, not cool with there being no poise, but for some reason, maybe it's just that it's probably because I played Bloodborne first, right?
Right.
And the one build in Bloodborne is, like, fast man.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just always try and not get hit. Except, like, Dark Souls 1, I played all the way through with a shield, so... Yeah. I don't know, that no poise thing does kind of suck, though. Because, like, I went back to go play Dark Souls 3 again, and I was like, I don't need to do this. It's weird. Where are you up to in Dark Souls 3?
I am on... Oh, God, what was the boss I'm on? What was the last thing I did?
You did Osiris.
Yes. And I beat Dante, I beat Osiris. I gave up on Champion Gundyr.
Oh, yeah. So you're in the dark. You're in the untended graves.
Yeah, so I went there and was like, fuck this. I know this is optional, so I'm going to come back later.
Oh, you gotta get past him at some point.
I will.
Big old secret back there.
Who is the boss after Osiris?
On the critical path?
Yeah.
The twins, maybe? Because I feel like you go through the Consumed Garden and then that's like real close to Upper Lothric and Dragon Slayer armor.
That's what I'm on. Yeah, Dragon
that's
Slayer
what
armor. Pain in the ass. Thing, I think I could beat him easily, but last time I played Dark Souls 3, I was at my sister's house.
Yeah.
And I only had my laptop with my mouse. So I was trying to play Dark Souls 3 with keyboard and mouse, and I was just like, I almost beat him.
Wow.
And I was pretty stoked that I almost beat this pain in the ass boss with the keyboard and mouse. Sitting on a sofa, just like...
That's real funny. I've got a friend who doesn't have a desk and he lives in like a real small little sleep out like trailer. And he's got it set up. He plays Overwatch like on his lap.
Oh,
I know. Like he has like a little lap board thing. I don't know if I've seen it. It works, I guess.
Yeah.
He's better than me at Overwatch.
Use what you're given.
Yeah, I guess so. It's private.
Private?
Oh, his sleep out.
Oh.
I mean...
I was like, his setup's private? Like, he's just giving this information to the world?
I did think of that, actually, while I was saying it. I was like, he's probably going to see this and just be like, it works fine.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Sam.
Oh, well. Yeah, but, yeah, Dark Souls 3 stuff. Like, I don't know. I was not planning on getting any of the DLC for Dark Souls 3, and then I might, actually. Because I feel like thinking back to all the areas that I liked, Painted World was always kind of in there, but like...
I love the Painted World.
Painted World never felt like it got enough love either.
Yeah. Have you played Demon Souls?
No.
Oh man, that is like...
That's why you need to lend me your PS3.
Yes.
So that I can play Demon Souls.
Yeah, I've got like 5 PS3, so it's fine.
Honestly, I would do heinous things to get From to release a PS4 remaster of Demon Souls.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't. Like, they did it with Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Yeah. Is there like... probably not.
All I was going to say is Demon Souls, like, the Painted World is such a homage to Demon Souls.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you care if I, like, spoil the first boss of Demon Souls?
No, not at all.
So, like, the first boss of Demon Souls, once you, like, get into the game and, like, in the same way that the Taurus Demon is the first boss and not the Asylum Demon.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, the first proper boss of Demon Souls is... I think it's called the Phalanx or something like that.
Oh, I've heard of this. Yeah, the Phalanx.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
And it's basically just that enemy that you see in the middle of the Painted World.
Yeah.
It's like literally that.
Is it one like big connected dude? Though?
Yeah, that's the difference.
That Phalanx
one
is,
thing.
yeah. I've definitely heard a lot of people talking about Dark Souls stuff talk about how Miyazaki seems to just have a couple of things that he is really into, and he's like, I just really like the idea of like a dude with lots of spears.
Yeah, this big congealed blob that has shields all around it.
It's such a good idea for like a monster.
Yeah,
I love it.
They have some interesting enemy designs. But then I watched Berserk recently and was like, I guess this is where they're going to want shit from.
I started watching Berserk. Do we want to talk about Berserk? Fuck. I started watching Berserk because of Dark Souls. Because people were like, yeah, check it out. And I'm not a big fan of Berserk. Like, I think that I'm in, like, good company when I say that Berserk seems super good and then has some shitty stuff in it that you don't necessarily need to force yourself past. It's just like, you know what? I don't need to put myself through this.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the story and the relationships and the characters are all really good.
Yeah.
If you've seen Berserk, you'll know when I say there is some questionable shit that happens.
I mean, this is a sort of a short form podcast. We probably don't have the time to like get real into explicit stuff on Berserk, and like, but yeah, like I think I would have been more into Berserk if I had found out as well that it had gone somewhere, but like I was like getting into it and I was like, yeah, okay, like I could see that this could go somewhere really cool, but I didn't look ahead or anything, but I talked to someone else I think who was reading it, and they were like, it's still not done.
Oh my god.
And like it's not really going anywhere.
Oh shit.
I
guess. Fuck. Okay, so me being the ultimate amateur hour person that I am, my SD card filled up twice during that recording.
We're learning.
Yeah, this is a learning curve.
It's a little technical. I think I said that exact thing the last time this happened. I said technical. Where it is.
Yeah. So I don't know when those two parts of the conversation cut off, and I'm sorry about the abrupt ending of both of them. But next time I'll bring a bigger SD card so that shit doesn't happen again.
I'll make more coffee.
Yeah.
Even though it's an inappropriate time to be drinking coffee. It's like
It's
7 p.m. now.
So yeah,
I'm gonna be up all night
fuck, so am I.
drinking Dr. Pepper.
It's not a bad way to go. So let us know what you thought of this. This is going to be a pilot episode. You're going to see this is on my second channel, the vlog channel. And if it goes well, if people like it, I'll probably mainstay it on the main channel.
Yeah.
And if not, we can just keep fucking around on the second channel.
We're just figuring things out.
Yeah.
It's informal, but
Seeing
like
where it goes.
Yeah. It's fun, so we'll keep doing it.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
see you later.